This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Your happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
It's Friday, October 2nd, and time for the Barbados Today Evening Update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. We begin with news that police are on the scene of an unnatural death at Indian Ground in St. Peter. The details are sketchy at this time, but we will update you via our Facebook page and our website, www.barbadostoday.bb, as more information comes to hand. In other news, the appointment of 416 teachers to permanent posts is ongoing. The assurance from Education Minister Ronald Jones today, just one day after the Barbados Teachers Union questioned the delay in issuing the educators with their instruments.
It's not when the letter comes, but the letter will state that they are in fact appointed from the 1st of September. We ran into a little challenge in that each letter is an individual letter. It's not a letter that you just roll off and send out, because each person is appointed, might be appointed because they came into the service at a different date and that kind of stuff. They might have been trained at a different date, and we did encounter a few persons as we were going through the process who might have been underpaid. So that means that you then have to slow your pace down to check everyone individually to ensure that no person was being disadvantaged. Because you wouldn't want a situation of some of them being underpaid as a result of errors made some years ago and that continued over time. So the other thing that we were conscious about was that we didn't want to send them out in batches as they are completed. We wanted to send all 416 one time. We've now decided that they might have to go in batches, because rather than wait for all 416 to be completed.
Minister Jones made the comments following a church service to mark the beginning of Education Month. But BUT President Pedro Shepherd told Barbados Today moments ago that the union is not comforted by the minister's comments. On another issue, the minister warned the students against engaging in deviant acts that would portray them in a negative manner. He made the comments in response to recent incidents involving school children, some of which is making the rounds on social media. Jones says the incidents are being investigated by the police. His ministry will also be enforcing its disciplinary codes.
But it's even more beyond the notion of discipline. It is how persons can be lulled into a sense of security and believing that negative behavior is the behavior to be practiced. So one would have to work to change that behavior relative to those children, because still at the end of the day, the law strongly stipulates that children must be educated at least up to 16. And we have other institutions as well that can, of course, kick in once the judicial system makes a determination.
The hearing into the retrenchment of over 80 National Conservation Commission workers has been adjourned without a date being set. Today was day 3 of the hearing, and the former General Secretary of the National Union of Public Workers, Dennis Clark, occupied the witness stand for the entire day. In his 4 hours of testimony, he defended his position that the union was not consulted on the retrenchment of the workers. The Barbados Workers Union says the implementation of Protocol 7 of the Social Partnership without its input is counterproductive. This caution from General Secretary Tony Moore, who made it clear that the BWU never left the partnership, but its absence was at the level of the subcommittee. She made the comments today following the signing of an agreement to extend Protocol 6 until March 2016.
The presence of the BWU here this morning is not unusual, because we were at the last extension as well. and we would wish to be a part of the signing of a Protocol 7. But to facilitate that, we recognize and we would wish the chairman of the social partnership to recognize that if that is going to come to fruition, then the Barbados Workers Union has to be involved in discussions for a new protocol. And that invitation has not been given up to now for the Barbados Workers Union to give an input into a Protocol 7. And it is our experience that those discussions take some time. And so I am anticipating that it would mean, therefore, that in the next 6 months, the Barbados Workers Union will be busy being fully engaged in a process towards a new protocol, since, as was recognized previously, a number of the issues relate not only to the public sector, but they would have special relevance.
Prime Minister Frondell Stewart uses the United Nations stage to call for ambitious, high performance and a legally binding agreement with a global participation on climate change. Using Dominica as an example, the Prime Minister told world leaders that's the only way Caribbean countries can weather the impact of climate change.
The tragedy which struck our sister Caribbean nation of Dominica, battered last month by Tropical Storm Erica, highlights the urgency of an effective global response to climate change. As we have often seen, a single natural or man-made disaster in a small island developing state can have catastrophic economic, infrastructural, and humanitarian effects on a national scale, and it has been estimated that the damage caused by Erica set back Dominica's development by 20 years. As chairman of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community, I take this opportunity to express the region's unwavering solidarity with and commitment to our brothers and sisters in Dominica, and call on the international community to continue to help Dominica in this its hour of need.
Lawmen make a major dent in what they describe as a growing cannabis operation. The police netted 18,100 cannabis plants, some as tall as 7 feet, in the areas of College Savannah, Codrington College, and Concert Bay in St. John, and Palmer's in St. Philip. The drug bust was made on Wednesday during a drug eradication exercise involving the drug squad, the Tactical Response Unit, and the Barbados Defense Force. Another 128 plants were also seized in Carter's St. John and Rockall in St. Philip. No one has been arrested so far. And police are requesting the public's assistance in locating a 14-year-old girl who was reported missing yesterday. Destiny Johnson of First Avenue, Nurseland, Tweeside Road, St. Michael, was wearing a red top, short jeans pants, and green and orange slippers when she left her grandmother's house around 5:15 p.m. She was also carrying a black and brown haversack. Destiny, a student of the New Horizon School, is about 5 feet 4 inches tall, dark complexion, and is chubby. She has a broad nose, thick lips, and small ears. Her straightened hair is shaved at the sides. Destiny is known to frequent the Fairchild Street bus terminal, and anyone with information pertaining to her whereabouts is asked to contact District A Police Station at telephone numbers 430-7242 or 430-7246 or the nearest police station.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow
On the regional scene, we head to the Bahamas for the latest, and Hurricane Joaquin weakened slightly, but is still a dangerous storm as the eye passes near San Salvador Island. Hurricane conditions continue to batter the central Bahamas and will do so for several more hours. The system is moving towards the north near 7 miles per hour and is expected to move away from the Bahamas later tonight. Maximum sustained winds have decreased to near 125 miles per hour with higher gusts, and the system is now a Category 3 hurricane. Prime Minister Perry Christie has assured affected residents that help will be on the way as soon as is possible. On the international scene, police recover 13 weapons, 6 at a school and 7 at the home of Chris Harper Mercer, the gunman who reigned terror at the Oregon Community College yesterday. Mercer killed 9 people and wounded 7 others. The father of one of the victims said he was targeting Christians. And that's news and sports, but for the very latest, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media and bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM for all the latest news and sports. And don't forget, the One Caribbean Relief Concert in aid of Dominica is at the Kensington Oval on Sunday. Do play your part in helping our neighbors get back on their feet. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Do have an enjoyable weekend.